Hey everybody, I'm Stuart Ogburn from Chalker, and I'm here to give you the crib tour of my STEM lab. The first thing you see when you walk in is my makerspace. I took down the bulletin board that was here and replaced it with a pegboard from Home Depot. It was pretty easy to install, but I absolutely love it. It makes putting things away a lot easier. So all my consumable supplies are over here. And I bought these buckets, these little black buckets from the dollar store. And these baskets here from the dollar store just to put everything in. And so it's really easy for the kids to come over here and grab what they need, or they form a line and I get what they need for them. But I also utilize the underneath of the table too. I have cardboard tubes, all these kind of cardboard stuff up under there, a bunch of fabric, cardboard all in here, paper. I use the makerspace in a couple of different ways. Sometimes with the older kids, I let them free use the makerspace. Just tell them not to be wasteful and put stuff back as they use it. And then sometimes I also use it as a store. So on each of these buckets I have a green tag, and it kind of gives you a different price for the different items according to their grade level and to their math standards. So that's one way I use that. I also have throughout the lab I have these no touch signs. So I hang those up if I do not want the kids to touch or go into that area that day. So that's the makerspace. Over here on the other side, I have a cleanup little area. I have some brooms hanging on the wall. I have a bin of cleaning supplies, a lost and found for all their stuff they leave behind. And then over here, I have my technology stuff. So I have my 3D printers over here, my printer. I have a bunch of stuff from my robotics team down there. Up here is where I keep a lot of the robots and robotic stuff. So I have like my Ozobots in here, B-Bots up there. I have a bunch of like iPhone chargers and equipment. My Pocket Labs that I have are up here. I have a bunch of little bits by Spheros on this shelf. Just kind of keeps all my technology stuff organized over here. Once again, no touch signs are over here. Next up, we have the storage closet. In here I have lots of shelves and 2 cabinets. In this cabinet I keep like my paper products and Kleenex and stuff, utensils, that kind of stuff. And this one is where I keep all the office supplies and art and craft stuff, like paper, paint, things like that. And everything else is just kind of like random buckets of stuff. I don't have it organized in any type of way, but most things are clear so I can just kind of see what's in them. Like in this one I have all like my circuit stuff that goes in it. All right, so these are my laptop carts. Have 2 of those, keep the chargers on top. This is where I store my Glowforge and put all the wood and stuff that goes to it inside. I also have a Cricut that I store in there and all the vinyl that goes with it. The other laptop cart. This is my desk area. And then up here on this front shelf is where I keep their STEM toys and building things like Legos, Kiva planks, straw connectors, magnet tiles, all those toy things that we like to play with and build with. Keep up here. Right here is my supply cart. This is where I store their pencils, crayons, markers, colored pencils, scissors. I have 6 tables in my room, so if the students need pencils, I can just pick up all these bins or have a student pass them out and they'll put 1 on each table. Or they can, come and grab what they need depending on what we're doing. And it's on wheels, so I can also roll it into the middle of the room. Kind of makes cleanup go a little bit easier. Over here, I have a storage shelf. And I use this in a couple different ways. One way I use it is, of course, to store student projects and whatnot. But the other way I use it is to easily pass out and distribute materials. So for instance, a whole row of buckets might be filled with whatever 3rd grade needs. So in between classes, since I have 0 minutes, I'll just come and grab their buckets. And I have 6 buckets, and I place 1 bucket on each 6 of my tables out here. So I can easily pass it out, and then when they're done cleaning up, they can put the buckets back on the shelf, and then I can easily grab whatever 2nd grade needs on the next shelf, and whatever 1st grade needs on the next shelf. And that's kind of how I manage passing out supplies and materials when I don't have a lot of time in between classes. A lot of the furniture that I have in my room I've collected over the years. Um, this shelf I did buy my first year teaching, and just kept it with me all these years. Um, and then other stuff I found on like Facebook Marketplace or other stuff, but I think all this furniture mostly came from IKEA. And then over here I have 2 extra tables to put all their stuff on, whatever they're working on and creating. And lastly, over here is where I kind of have my science equipment. It's like I have like my goggles in here, magnifying glass, rulers, all these like utensil spoons and measuring spoons, petri dishes. All this like kind of generic science equipment stuff kind of I have over here in these shelves right here. I just want to share my class jobs with you. I give every student in my class a job to do as we clean up. And so, for instance, one of the jobs is to organize the supply cart. So I have all of these job signs around the room, and it has a picture of what the cart should look like when it is perfectly cleaned up and organized. So it has a picture for the visual to what it should look like, and it also has some other steps to go through to make sure it stays organized and what the kids need to do. Have a couple other jobs over here. So I have a table sweeper, or table cleaners and sweepers. That kind of tells them what to do. Sweepers, don't throw away the Legos you find on the floor. I have a picture of that for them, what to do, and kind of keep the makerspace organized, as well as some for the laptops and chargers. What they need to do to make sure the light comes on when you plug in the laptop, those kinds of things. How to put away the charger correctly. And that is my room. I hope everybody has a great first day of school.